Okay, I think we're live on YouTube. Can somebody confirm to me that we're live on YouTube, please? Thank you. Let's go. So, good afternoon, traders again. Welcome to this daily webinar that I do. It's very short, it's effective, and I think you're getting results. So far, we have done 6. Last Friday, we started. So I'm going to do a very quick review of what we did for that last week. I think we did the New Zealand. The first one we did was the New Zealand dollar, right? And on the 1 hour, we were looking for sell setups, which was from here. When this broke, we did it when it was in here. When it broke, take, sell, take, sell, take, sell. If you did, you're doing very well. Same here. Wait for correction, take, sell, right? If you're in the sells, you're doing well. The second one we did was the pound Swiss. And on the 1 hour, the pound Swiss was going down. You were supposed to sell. I think we did it somewhere in here. But we saw this coming. So I said, be careful. They're probably going to go back up, come to this level. And then you start looking for sells. So you should be looking for sells now, which means if you get a flag here, or it goes some more and it makes a flag, you start looking for sell. This is long-term downside. I showed you that also, right? Wait for your sell setup. We did the euro yen. The euro yen, we expect that may or may not break to go to the top. So you're going to look for this. I'm pretty sure they might do this, test the top and then come back. You can look for a buy setup here, right? We did the Aussie, Pound Chief, euro yen, Aussie, dollar. And one more we did this week. I'll check, see which one. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar was at this level. And I said, watch it. You want to be careful. It's going to do two things. Either breakthrough. This is not a breakthrough as yet. We're talking about a very, very big move up here, right? That's just peaking the line. The line has very little value. So if you got this, this is very short-term sell. But I think we're looking for a correction before you sell. Wait for that correction before you sell. And if possible, you can look for a buy opportunity. So let's go see where the buy opportunity was. There was an opportunity to buy here, but it didn't play out. It didn't break out. It didn't consolidate. It just, you know, kind of like go sideways. You wait for a breakout, wait for a pullback, and then you go with that trade, right? So it's going down. Be careful if you're in long-term sales or short-term sales, because very soon you're going to get this correction. You might even get a much bigger correction than that before they go down. So don't try to sell it while it's at the bottom here, right? Even if it goes the next 50 pips, well, you got to be very good at getting in and getting out of it, because there's a good chance that this here will have to make a correction like that at some point. So they're going to do something like this, and this would be the long-term trade. That would be your long-term sell. This is very short-term. So if you're selling right now, you have to take profit, because that is very short-term. It's going to correct, right? Aussie, and which else we did? I think we did 4 this week. Pound Chief, euro yen, Aussie, and what was the next one? Silver. Yes, let's go with silver. Silver, you're looking for XAG. Let's see what we did with the XAG. XAG was in a big consolidation, and it is still in the consolidation. So you still have that option. It's probably going to break out, come here, and then come down. That's an option. If they go up, you'll have to be careful. Once they break that top, they're going to go down. That means the pattern will no longer be a triangular pattern. I'm not sure it's a triangular pattern. If they come this way, they will break this low, go back up, and then come down. So right now, you can either ignore these 2 short trades up and down, or you can take them, put them to break even. If they reverse, you go for the opposite side, and then you go for the longer term trade would be this one. And then that will start an up move. This may take a while. It's going to be something like this, right? So I think by now, most of you are grabbing the concept, starting to understand that when it's in a consolidation, you stay out of it, because you're going to get hurt. And today we're going to do one that a lot of people are freaking out over. That is the EURAUD. So let's start with the monthly. Let me show you what the monthly structure looks like, right? This is what it looks like in the monthly. You got a sharp move down, very, very sharp, impulsive move. And what we are doing is we are going back up against that move, right? We're going back up against that move. Maybe we'll make another move down at some point, right? I think this is easy. Everybody understand this, right? Anybody that does not understand that part, this is pretty easy. We can end the webinar right now, right here, right? It's pretty easy to do. So You can make it bigger. I can see the chart, right? So what you can't see the chart. I think it's big enough. You can widen it on your screen. It depends on the size of the screen you're thinking about. We're not going into the details. We're going just into this piece. If you can see this piece, you don't need to see the candles. Why do you need to see the candles? The candles are useless right now. You're looking at this one move, and you're looking at this making a mess here right now. That's all you need. Forget about the candles, and you're looking for one more down. That's it. We can end the webinar, right? But what we're doing is in an uptrend. So let's go look at it in the daily and see what we have. So in the daily and that big move up that we are going, let me go to the weekly first, so we'll probably get a better picture. We have a move up. We have a very nice move up. All of you can see that. And we got a pullback, and we have another move up. And we got a pullback right back into this area. And we are getting another move up. So the question is, this move coming here, are we going to come back down, or are we going to keep going? What you can say for sure is that we're in a consolidation. So depends on your understanding of pattern and how you look at pattern and what stage you are in pattern. You may look at this consolidation in a number of ways. So we're not going to go into what the pattern is and whether it's making that pattern right now. I'm actually missing a trade I wanted to take all the time, but that's okay. We'll skip it. Right? Let's go. I'm missing a couple $1,000 right now, so let's go. Yep. So watch. I just saw it triggered, but don't worry. I'm not in it. I don't worry about that. Let's go. So watch this here going up. So everybody's freaking out. Oh my God, it's going up. It's going up. Don't worry. If you understand anything about patterns, nothing goes up forever. They don't go up forever. They always come back. Right? Not that you're going to trade it that way, but you must understand how patterns work. Right? Which pair is that? The couple £1,000. Pound yen. Let's go. Don't go trade it right now. You're not seeing what I'm seeing probably in it. Let's hope. Right? Short Pound Oz. Well done. That's a good one. So let's go. So what we have here, we have a very messy move up. We have some three-wave corrections here, some three-wave corrections, and we're going up here. So let's deal with this piece. Where is this piece going? Right? So remember when we broke this, we actually posted that on the daily. A lot of you know we were following. If you were following me while this was going down, you know we were looking for that upside. Right? How many of you were following me in TradingView at that point? If you were, you know we were anticipating the break of this structure to the upside. So that's not news. We knew this thing was going to stop here and start going up, and it did. And actually, it's going up still, right? We wanted it to come to the trend line, make a correction, make a bigger correction here, and go. Actually, it's going up very sharp now, so that could change the view of how the structure works, right? Because we were thinking this was looking very flat, come back here, and then go. If they start to make a sharp impulse, that could change the view, which means this will be all the correction we'll be looking for. This will be a C wave going up. It's going to be an A, B, C wave. They can go up a lot, and then they will come right back down to break this low, right? If this keeps going up the way it's going up, put it back in the daily. If this keeps going up the way it's going up, we're unlikely going to break this top, which means this might, pull back here and go and pull back and go, and then you will get this move coming back to this level, something like that or something like this. Right? So if they keep going up, we're not going to expect them to break that up. If they pull back first and then go, well, then there's a possibility they'll break the top. The way it's going now, I don't think they may pull back to go. We will get a pullback, but not a pullback to this level as we were expecting, but there's a pullback coming here. So no need to worry and jump into the trade right now. So this is still a very slow start from where it's going, right? They did make a three wave here, and this three wave cannot be all the correction, which means if they're still going up, they will eventually come back very deep. So if you're buying at the top there, you'll get yourself in trouble, right? So we got this move going up here, pull back, going up, pull back, going up, pull back, and this one is going. So what you're going to wait for, remember what we said yesterday or the day before, wait for this to pull back, wait for this to pull back before you buy. Well, it didn't pull back very much. It got a little pullback here and it goes. It could get a little pullback here and go. It could get a little pullback here and go, and then it's going to start doing this. That would be your buy setup. In terms of selling it, you wait for them to make an impulse, make a flag. A few people asked me if they should sell, and I said you probably want to wait for a flag. You want to wait for a corrective structure in here. And if they do this and they break, that's your sell setup. If they don't, stay out of it. Well, if you sold here for any reason, you should keep a stop here, which means you're out of the trade. So one small loss, no big deal. That's part of trading. If this is going to come back, and it will come back, wait for a flag, wait for that correction, wait for them to break, and then you take the trade. Put it to break even. Because this could turn into an expanding flat. Means they come something like this, come to this level and start going back up. And that would be dangerous if you don't know that. If you don't know that it could be an expanding flat, you'll be trapped with a sell somewhere here, and you'll watch it start going back up. So what I'm expecting is that they will make it deeper. This is not going to make an expanding flat. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping they make something like that, give us a flag, start coming down here, and then give us the next trade up with a deeper pullback. That will give you a better advantage at getting a good trade. So wait for the deeper correction, or if you're going to sell it, wait for that impulse. They will always, when they break out, they will always make an impulse, make a correction. You remember this in the weekly outlook. This is your buy setup. Here is where you're supposed to buy for a little move up. It turns out a big move. You will do the same thing here. We still cannot confirm that they're not going to go back to the low here, right? The mere fact that they break that up so far doesn't mean anything as yet. It will only mean something if they pull back like this here now and then start to go. That would confirm that we are not coming back to retest this low. So right now, this one could come right back to the low there. So we will still wait for that confirmation, wait for that deeper pullback. And when we get that deeper pullback, we will start buy. Or you can start sell. All of you are anxious to get the trade that I missed, right? It's the Peng Yen. Go into 1 hour. See that setup there? Sell setup. Don't get so anxious. Leave it. Don't worry. I never freak out if I'm not in a trade or if I miss something. It's trading is relaxing and enjoyable. Right? So don't freak out. Don't worry. You took it. Well done. There are many trades that I see that, oh, I missed it. I was asleep. I missed it. I don't care. I'll look at it next time. Next one. Let's move on to the next trade. Right? Never make it too emotional about the trading because you're going to be in problem if you do that, right? Let's go. So go back to the EURAUD. That would have been a 10 standard lot trade, by the way. So let's go back to the EURAUD. So that's why it's a couple $1,000 for me. It might not be a couple thousand for you, right? So let's go back. We're back at the EURAUD, and that would be your trade setup. Now, don't trade this today. It's not going to happen today. Wait next week. Let them make the impulse. Let them make the correction, and then you're going to trade it. We will still relook at this on Sunday on the weekly outlook, right? So 14 minutes. We can take 50. We can take some more time. We review the charts we have. They're all going great. We review the trades we're going to look for. And Sunday, I'll still see all of you the weekly outlook. Please help share that link so more people can get it. The review for these webinars are amazing. There are a lot of people who are taking them, and there are some people who have genuine questions, right? So people have genuine questions. They don't understand wave analysis. They're not sure how it works. People are not sure whether, this thing can make money and all of that. You keep showing them, but, people are still skeptical. Some people have already taken 10, 15, well, not 10, but 3, 4 different courses. And, they've been fooled. They've been scammed before. And now I understand all of that. So these webinars are not for selling courses. Not that they will not sell course, but that's not the main purpose of them. I remember when I was on TradingView, I had an argument with the admin once. When I posted my webinar in the chart, I said, free webinar today, please join me. And they said, no, you have to take it off. I said, why? They said, you're advertising. I said, you guys are crazy. That's not advertisement. Advertisement is when I post my chart on your platform and people look at it and they see a trade play out. That's an advertisement. Coming to a free webinar is no advertisement. Right? You're not getting anything from that. I said, if you want me to stop advertising, you have to stop me from posting charts on your platform, because every single chart I post is an ad. People look at that, they get good trades, and they decide, hey, I like what this guy's doing. I want to take his course. So if every single webinar I do in some way is an ad, should I stop doing that? Come on, you don't want me to talk about my course? I could stop doing them, right? That's the whole point. It's not about whether I'm doing them for the course. It's about the knowledge you can get from them, because there are many, many people who will never be able to take the course. It's expensive. And if there's anything else I'll do with it, I'll make it more expensive. I'm not going to sell it for $100, because not of the worth of the knowledge in the course, that is, you wouldn't be able to pay for the knowledge. It's my time, and my time does not get cheaper. It gets much more expensive. I always say, when people take my course, you're not buying the knowledge. You cannot pay for the knowledge you're going to get there. It's worth much more than the thousands you're going to pay for. What we give you is very valuable knowledge. What you're paying for is my time and the time of my traders and who are helping you to train you to become a good trader. That way you're paying for our time. And my time only gets expensive every day. It doesn't get cheaper. So you're not going to hear me say, hey guys, buy it for $100. I am not that desperate, right? When you see traders who are selling their course for $1,000 go, or $1 million course for 1,000, or for 1,000 to 100, they're desperate, because what they're selling is worthless. I am not that desperate. Let me just make that very clear to you. I'm going to try to give you knowledge every single day here, if I can find the time to do that. What I'm telling you here today, if you listen very carefully and you look at this and you try to pick up and you look at a lot of my webinar, you can learn a few things. You can learn how to identify directions. You might not understand how to read the chart perfectly, but you can learn how to understand direction. You're going to see that these wave analysis works, right? So it's to prevent you from losing your account. Let's put it that way. If you go on my YouTube page, you will see I've posted those webinars I did earlier. Remember, we did those ones with support and resistance and all those things. Anybody remember that one? The ones with support and resistance. We did them way back. They're here. Simple way to understand Elliott wave, wave analysis, money management. If you go further down, you're going to see support and resistance, pin bars. And if you go further down, advanced patterns and all of those. I showed you what they are, why you should not use them, why they're pretty useless. So if you look at all of that, that is the knowledge some people are selling you for, whatever sums of money. It's all free. Knowledge should be free. Knowledge should not be paid for. We cannot pay for knowledge. We don't know the real value of knowledge, because there are people who are in my course trading $1 million. If they have to pay me for the knowledge I'm giving them to make that kind of money, they will have to pay me hundreds of thousands. So we can't put the value to knowledge, because some people are going to make use of it and some people will never make use of it. Some people will not be able to value the things you give them. But I can value my time. Just like when you go to the doctor, or you go to the lawyer, or you go to you hire somebody to clean your house, you hire somebody to babysit for you, you pay them for their time. You cannot pay a babysitter for the value it's giving to your baby. You can only pay them for time. You pay them by hour. So my time has a value. That's what you pay me for. Full stop. Not the knowledge. The knowledge is priceless. You get that free, right? So let's go. Any questions? I'll stop the recording. I really don't want to make it too long. I'll stop the recording and I'll stop the live trading, the live viewing, and we will take questions. For those of you who are on YouTube and would like to get this, please log on directly using the Zoom next time, so you will get the Q&A part. I don't record the Q&A part. I don't want the videos to be very long. So sorry about that.